Hello everybody and welcome to Sin Gaming. Today we're going to do something different, and as I have mentioned in one of my previous videos, I did plan to upload once a week. However, the support for this channel has been amazing in the past 2 weeks, so I figured why not upload an extra video for you guys to enjoy as a thank you note and a minor reward for the community. So cut you guys a deal. You lads keep subscribing and rating the video, only if you enjoyed of course, and I'll upload an extra video from time to time. Sounds like a good deal? Let's jump straight into the mods. Look at your Whiterun. Now, look at my Whiterun. This is your Whiterun, and this is my Whiterun. You want to have your Whiterun looking like this? Awesome, because you're going to at least need a 2080 Ti, or if you were a little bit smarter and patient with your purchases, 3080 plus. Bad jokes aside, today we're going to take a brief look at the newly started project by one of the fresh faces in the community that is, with permission, looking to combine efforts of multiple mods that change Whiterun and make them fully compatible with each other. Some of these mods have been around for some time, while some others are relatively new. The base of this project comes from a well-known JK Skyrim and Dawn of Skyrim, mods that adds reasonable amount of clutter to all major cities and provides minor expansion and adds few NPCs within reason, adding to the liveliness of the cities affected. Obviously, with these two mods being in place, you want to make sure to install a provided patch for the two mods to work well together without clipping issues. Additionally, with these two mods, Whiterun will receive few extra houses in the Plains district, few stalls in both Plains and Wind district, and will receive decent amount of clutter around the whole city. Just these two mods will make Whiterun feel more alive, and proper clutter is added that makes sense with the retrospect to the status of every NPC. These two mods are a great stopping point for most mod lists, as they alone overhaul these cities in great fashion. However, today, we will push our Whiterun overhaul to the limits. Next, it's time to fortify the city. As a city located at the central point of Skyrim, being a trading hub and a city that can overturn the status of the war, plus being ravaged by dragons, it's only logical for fortifications to be improved. We will achieve this with Fortified Whiterun. This mod from another fresh face in the community introduces fortified walls around the city and within the city at borders between districts. Besides the fortified walls, the mods add portcullises at each major archway and main gates and creates individually defensible sections. Further fortification has been improved via wooden watchtowers that provide additional elevation serving as lookouts and great cover for archers and crossbowmen. And lastly, the battlements now have crenellations for extra added protection. The only minor downside of this mod is that it does not contain LODs to be generated, so there might be minor pop-ins as you're getting close to the structures. With all that being said, the mod adds heavily to the fortification element, and simply it just looks cooler. Moving on to eastern part of Whiterun, where we will check out and add Whiterun expansion redone to the list. With this mod, Whiterun would almost double in size by expanding to the northeastern region of the city. All additions from this mod have been added outside of Whiterun in an area that is usually untouched by modders, so this mod preserved as much compatibility with other mods on this list. The location of this expansion is next to the Battleborn farm and is connected near Jorrvaskr. This expansion adds 60 new buildings to the city of Whiterun. Remember when you first visited Novigrad in Witcher 3 and it gave you the feeling like the city is huge? This mod helps out with that on a smaller scale, as it not only expands the area of the city itself but adds 26 new NPCs with each having their own AI package and with clever usage of an in-game dialogue to make it more immersive. The expansion also provides new shops and houses for you to explore and enter, and also adds a new alternate entrance to the city of Whiterun. And lastly, the expansion also adds a mine and a new item sold by merchant, giving incentive to visit this part of the city more frequently. Okay, so now we have doubled the city's size with that mod. But what is better than doubling the size of the city? That's right, quadrupling it. We will achieve this with Whiterun Valley Hold mod. This mod is another complete overhaul of the city of Whiterun and its surroundings, and does the same thing as the previous mod, however, does it in an even larger scale and on the western side of the city. The main essence of this mod is to make Whiterun more immersive and vibrant economic hub. It introduces two new districts, the Marsh district with a separate new gate entrance which adds 23 new buildings, and the market districts outside of the city with market stalls and various agricultural industrial buildings. The mod adds additional areas around the hold as well, and in total around 140 NPCs. The sheer size of this expansion is amazing, and now we have expanded Whiterun towards western side as well. However, hold on, we are not done yet. It's time to further increase the size of the city within walls and add capital expansion to the list. Primary focus of this mod is to further expand and add within the city walls. With this expansion we will get 14 new buildings, out of which 3 are shops, a bakery shop, a shop selling construction goods, a shop selling alchemy ingredients and magic goods, and a new player home called Blue Sky Hall. This particular player home will be larger than Breeze Home itself. Furthermore, the mod adds around 22 new NPCs, each with fully configured AI package and with their own schedule around the city. The mod also takes great advantage of an existing in-game dialogue and adds it in a very immersive and subtle way. You will also be able to find one fence in the area for those looking to get rid of the stolen goods. There are also few minor features outside the walls, such as small decorations and a new tavern called Roadhouse. Another cool thing about this mod is that it changes visually depending on the war status and quest completion, that gives off a living world feeling like it's truly changing thanks to the Dragonborn's actions. Now that we have expanded east, west and within the walls of the city, it's time to expand towards southern portion of the hold. That can be done with Dark's Whiterun market mod. As the name itself suggests, this mod adds a market to the outskirts of Whiterun. The southern portion of the city and area surrounding the roads will now be filled with 17 different houses and structures, a fully fledged functional inn, exterior market, defensive structures, as well as expanded farming fields. With this obviously comes the addition of 6 more NPCs and 4 new merchants. Just like the previous mods on the list, all NPCs are fully packaged, with each having their own schedule to make it more alive and immersive. And last but not least, on top of everything, we will add the Walls of Whiterun mod. This mod is as simple as it sounds, really. It adds immersive walls reflecting the age of Whiterun and the growth and shrinkage a city goes throughout its long years. There will be structures and wall leftovers surrounding the Whiterun hold area, lookout points and structure ruins. This mod is the least favorite of mine on the list because of the implementation of moss on the walls, but this is just a personal preference. After all of these mods have been added, load order and patches properly set, the last thing that we need is an actual mod author's patch called Whiterun the City of Walls. This mod will ensure most of these additions are compatible with each other and fixes many of the incompatibilities between the mods. The result? A huge city 4 times the size of the original, with over 250 NPCs, out of which 70 are merchants, and a lot of dropped frames in some areas. While certainly impressive, as we are approaching to the end of this video, I do want to stress out that this mod is in its beta stage, and it does require more polishing, fixing and testing. However, the idea is very interesting and intriguing. The point of this video was to showcase how far we can go with the overhaul, but obviously, you yourself will decide where the stopping point is when overhauling your Whiterun. That's it for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this little showcase and experiment, and please make sure to endorse all of the mods you used and consider subscribing to the channel for weekly dose of Skyrim mods. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.